Welcome back everyone. I know what you're thinking. You think a nice big toasty bonfire come November the 5th, bring all your friends around, you can have some beers, sit down, compare breasts and talk about boys. I was going to bring my mates around, but one day I was like prepping the place, I was mowing the meadow and I saw this wren fly in to the pile and out of the pile and into the pile and back out the pile, and I was like, oh, you've made a nest. But not just for birds, people, not just for birds. Lizards, bugs, basically you name it. Pretty much every single bit of flora that's going to inhabit that piece of land could benefit from that massive pile right there. So here's a stereotypical creature hotel. Pallets, bamboo and a sign saying bugs welcome. Very fancy. I consider this to be a 5-star creature hotel. All the bugs be like, we at the hotel motel. So to the left we have another creature hotel. I give this a 2-star rating. And let me just be clear now, let me just explain. Like, this is just from our perspective. But if you think about it, if it was from the bug's perspective or the creature's perspective, both of them would be 5-star. You might be thinking, why have a creature hotel? Well, let me explain. The reason why I have them is to kind of bring in pollinators and pest predators. Because if you think about it, if you've got nice balance of pest predators and beneficiaries in your area, it creates a nice ecosystem, so it's less basically you use less chemicals like the slug pellets and all these different types of sprays that you use to kind of get rid of your kind of so-called pest, and yeah, it just invites them. It's like giving them a home, so they're stationary, so they're just around the place, so then you don't have to kind of use those things. It creates like a nice balance and your crops will thrive without getting decimated and munched by all the annoyances it becomes when it comes to growing vegetables. Organic, we should be all organic. So that's enough of my face. Let me show you some creature hotels that I've stumbled across and some I've created kind of unintentionally, and hopefully can give you some ideas. Alright guys, yeah, so the dragonfly is devouring that butterfly. It's kind of sad because the butterfly's mate is still fluttering around the butterfly trying to find it. Nature's sad sometimes. guys, I forgot to mention, see this, I'm going all the way down to the bloody land to show you guys this. That's dedication. Hello there guys. So yes, I'm here on the bridge, the little footpath that goes past my land, and my land is literally surrounded by brook. So have a look. Hence why I can get a lot of waterways, lots of grass snakes, all that kind of stuff, and frogs and toads. So I'm not saying you need a brook. I'm gonna give you an idea now of what you can do to encourage the kind of the aquatic wildlife and a little drink for the birds and the bees and all sorts and stuff like that. You ready for it? So here we go, a bucket. You've got a small little garden, all you can do is literally just dig a hole, put a bucket in, fill it with water, and then you have a pond. Honestly, this is what I did in my old house in Croydon, and it worked magic. I had frogs in there, I had all sorts. So yeah, get a bucket in the garden. Major look! Now people, I'm going to show off my biggest creature hotel. And let's just be clear now, my bum, it's not a creature hotel, and I don't have bugs in there, but if I did, I'm kidding, just watch this. Oh, and do you guys remember, what's it, Little House on the Prairie? Yes, and I'm not that old, guys. I know Little House on the Prairie was like, what's it, I think it's 1970s to the 80s? Yeah, but they used to rerun it on Channel 4. I don't remember it much. I know my mum used to rewatch it with me, but I just remember it just being, there was like no electricity, and no electricity. Basically it was rubbish. But at the same time, I learned that if you bang your head really hard, you can go blind. So that's one thing I learned from that show. And I like electricity. So there you have it guys, creature hotels. And as by this video, hopefully you realise it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be some big pallet filled bamboo straw ridden thing with a sign on it saying bugs welcome. Just anything, doesn't have to be, just practical. Practicality is the best way basically. So yeah, a log, a brick, a slab, a fence panel, you name it, some pots. Get it in your garden, because the more beneficiaries you have, the easier it will be to grow vegetables. So, and please consider subscribing, because next, in fact I'm harvesting garlic. I'm lying, I'm harvesting garlic, but I am going to turn the ash tree into something special. So for the bees. So it's pretty simple really, but to give you guys some idea, if you've got some fallen trees around, or you've got some random fence posts and stuff like that, because you can, if there's wood, you can, I might not spoil it, I'm saying too much. Anyways guys, have a good day where you are, have a good evening, and happy gardening, and